change the scenery behind. Are you able to control that?
Shit, am I frozen again? No.
Nope, you're
Okay.
you're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
So
I can't change
prepared
scenes either.
Oh no. Maybe I should just give you my account.
No, I think there is a way, but yeah, I would have to research it.
All right, I'm gonna tweet this out, and then we can start going.
Okay.
Let's see. My Twitter has been just crazy recently, so I need to calm down. I need to just take a Twitter break. We are live now. CC Thor web dev. I like the web dev thing. It's a good branding.
Yeah.
I think you DM me, right? Yeah. Hello. Okay. All right. Cool. I think we're live. Oh, hey Abs. So yeah, we have our first listener and commenter. Are you able to reply?
Me?
Yeah. The live comments should be available. I'm not sure if you have the ability to see that.
So I can see the comments, but I can't comment myself. I think I'm frozen again. What is it today? We're starting off. Right, I'm frozen.
Yep, we're having some technical difficulties.
God
what do you want to do? Do you have a theory for what's happening? I'm
not sure. No. I mean, worst case, I'm just going to use my other camera. But let me try it again.
Yeah, you could even use your mobile phone. Sorry.
No,
we should have something like here, I'm gonna make a banner. We are experiencing technical difficulty. Oh, yeah, I see you.
I think I'm back. Yeah. Let's see how long it holds.
I know, right? See, so I can show this now. We are experiencing technical difficulties.
What camera are you using? Is it just the?
No, I'm using the Logitech C925. That's
nice.
Apparently, that's one of the better cameras.
Yeah.
Because I don't get like a clunky DSLR. So this one costs like $200, so I just got it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I should hang. I'm frozen again.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It worked fine earlier. Okay, let me see now. I'm.
Yeah. Hey.
Now you get a side view in terrible quality.
It's fine as long as you're moving, and because I don't want to talk to a picture. I think is this the Periscope, right? Okay. I think it's live.
Yes. Yeah. It says live.
Okay. Cool. Hi everyone. Yeah, we've got 30 something people. We probably lost like 20 because of our difficulties. But so today I think it's part 2 of our chat. Do we want to recap what we did in part 1?
Yes, I think we need to recap, and also we had an issue at the end where we couldn't build, right? So I think we probably should recap what happened there.
It's very simple and very dumb. But yeah, so the last week it was the first session, and we basically did setup. We talked about the Gatsby template that we're using. I think we have the Gatsby template set up, so I can just show it here. And then we went through the Gatsby setup. We also put in some authentication, and then we try to get it hosted. The authentication is not just like simple sign in. We also did role-based access control on the admin panel, and then we made sure that we could sign in and out, and made sure that it was not available to non-admin people, which is just basically the two of us. Which reminds me actually that we use a temporary email. We might need to sign up another temporary email.
Oh, how come? Didn't we set a password? No.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, so we're actually fine there. You're right. That's very smart. So it only needs a temporary email on confirmation. Anyway, so that was all custom, right? And so that was interesting because obviously normally with Amplify you can just like add a higher order component and then you're done. It just gives you like a default hosted solution. Hey, you're moving again on your main camera.
Let's see how long. Okay, should we get back into the code?
Yeah. Let me actually. So I'm gonna check in the code right now. So let me share my screen. And first of all, I have a second screen set up, so we don't get the Drost effect.
Nice.
Drost. Then I also have like we're upping the production quality this time around. So if you look at the screen, we now have some
Ooh.
logos, right? And then if we have like two people like this, then I can do this. You see?
Nice.
I don't know. StreamYard is interesting, but ideally you'd be the person controlling that, because then I'd be coding, and that's the idea.
Yeah.
So what happened last time was that we got Amplify set up, and I'm using some aliases that we talked about last time. So AS stands for Amplify Status, and we got all this set up. And I should probably remove this hosting. But the whole idea was the whole problem was I was using the wrong command. I was trying to push up the resource, but for hosting in particular, you have to create the resource. You have to publish the resource, and that was what the difficulty was. So let me just push this up. I'm also going to spin up the Gatsby project in local dev so we can see where we are at. I think that is a clever thing to do. And then, so what are we doing today?
So today we're looking at data persistence. And so we need to add a database. And since we're using Gatsby, we need to add a way for our Gatsby client to interact with the database. So we're going to spin up a GraphQL API for that. And specifically, we need that for product and inventory management. And I believe what the way it works with Amplify is we use AWS AppSync for the GraphQL API, and then we can choose for that to be backed by an Amazon DynamoDB NoSQL database, and we get like the scaffolding kind of out of the box, and I think that's probably the first thing we'll look at.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. I think the main idea is that so AppSync is like the managed GraphQL layer. So instead of setting up your own GraphQL server, it's already set up for you with some very powerful directives that you can use. And then it helps you configure a DynamoDB database if you want, but it can also link up to other external resources or like a SQL Aurora database, depending on however you want to do it. So, and I think that's the promise of GraphQL, is that it's like a single contract between client and server. And I think you find that here there's two places. Like one is the straight docs is in the GraphQL API area. So this is kind of what we're going to go through. But then there's also specific guides if you want to get some stuff done. So let's say you want to build a form API. So this is like a dedicated purpose-built instruction for that. Okay, so this is the project that we have so far. And then we have this admin section this is the one that we set up last time. I'm still trying to understand. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to understand like what we need to do in order to host it up. But we actually already have we already have this hosted. So I just want to complete like what happened last time, because last time we did not manage to get it online. And essentially what the process was supposed to be was essentially we're supposed to do Amplify add hosting. And this is what we tried last time, right? We're trying to two different options between Amplify console, which is like the managed CI/CD stuff, and then the raw like just upload the files CloudFront S3. So what we needed to do with this one, we actually did everything right except for the last step. And I think Horacio in our chat was trying to tell us the answer, and then I like didn't listen. So sorry. So you see this command, I ignored it, and I said amplify push, and
Gotcha.
and then we were like, why does it not work?
Push and publish, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should unify them. I don't know why they're different. So I send that feedback into the dev team.
Gotcha. What is the difference at the moment? So push.
Yeah, so it's actually documented. It's push. So it's in the docs. I just, I'm I'm a noob. So push is push all the resources that you provision, like your serverless functions, your auth, your database, and then publish is all that plus the console, because the console is like a separate service. Because when you push, everything that you use in there is free in the sense that the CLI configures it for you, but you're just using the raw bare metal AWS service. There's nothing else extra that you pay for.
Okay.
Amplify console is the managed CI/CD for your site, right? So that whenever you update your front end, you want to use that. So that's a separate command to a separate service. That's the idea.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so now we've actually published, and we'll get back a URL that we can actually host live and people can see it. So that's the idea. This always takes a long time. I'm always interested in like how to optimize it. Basically, we have to pre-allocate. Like we're literally setting up the entire stack from scratch every time, and that's to encourage like statelessness, so you don't have any bugs and all that kind of stuff. But we don't need
switch between the histories of.
Right, I don't need to deploy this thing to 190 countries while I develop. Like I just need it to go up to like one place, So this may be overkill for just getting started. But anyway, I think the publish is almost done. It's doing the build as well. We got the build directory wrong the last time, and that's the config.
Oh yes.
Remember that? So here. In Create React App is build, but for Gatsby it's public, and then that kind of screwed us up a little bit. So it's doing a build because we chose manual. So we're doing all the CI, like we're not using CI/CD because I didn't have a GitHub repo set up. We're building locally, and then we take all the build artifacts and push it up, and it's the same thing. Yeah, that's the rough idea. What's the login? I want to see the login that we did. Backend function.
Oh yes. It was, what was
source?
It called?
Add to group. There we go.
I think it was something.
So we use this
admin.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
We use this one. So, did I kill my? I killed my dev server. So it's trying to build this thing locally, and I have the dev server running at the same time.
Oh.
I think it should still be alive though. Guess not.
Interesting.
Let's see if we have any comments, people that we can say hi to.
Well, we could talk about Singapore's 55th birthday. That happened.
Yeah.
Yesterday. It's even a bank holiday in Singapore today, so that's nice. It's been nice and quiet. I actually did a little solo live stream earlier just to test out StreamYard myself.
What'd you do?
So I actually started adding types to Supabase.
Right.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Shall we talk a little bit about Supabase? Supabase.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Do you not know the song?
I have to say, I don't. Does it have a super bass?
I mean the title of the song is Super Bass. I don't know what it exactly means, but Nicki Minaj says it, so that means it's cool. Yeah. So what is Super Bass to you? While I wait for this thing to build.
Yeah, I mean, Supabase is it's actually company based here in Singapore. I mean, that we actually met them for dinner last night, which was great. And I think actually you knew them before from EF.
I did not know that I knew them.
Yeah, so it's all connected. Everyone knows each other. Singapore is a small city country. But yeah, so Supabase is a collection of open source tooling that tries to bring, kind of the real-time syncing and authentication, similar developer experience to Firebase, but built on top of scalable open source projects. and at the heart is Postgres, which I mean is a really year-long tested, decades even. Well, is it decade? Yeah, right. What do we have? 2020. Yeah. So it's really kind of the idea. Oftentimes with Firebase users, you get the feedback that they are afraid when it comes to migrating off, or like how can they achieve that, but because it's a fairly close ecosystem. So yeah, it's a very interesting project. They are part of the YC batch, the summer batch, and actually are gearing up for their demo day, I think in 2 weeks' time. So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty exciting to see that. Singapore, is building some.
I know
awesome
it's making its
tooling.
mark on the tech scene, right?
Yeah.
So so Jeff, I think, brought it to attention. Yeah, this is so Superbase has the second highest most upvotes on Hacker News of all time, second only to Stripe. So
Damn.
did you not see this?
Maybe that's why I love it so much. No, I actually didn't. That's great. Yeah, I have to say I'm bad at Hacker News. I should be better at it.
No,
Even
like,
just
I
reading
didn't know.
but-
I didn't know about it. I didn't. Like, he just mentioned it. I saw it. That's all. You're like I am very against the idea that devs have to be on Hacker News to know anything. Like, it's just a news board, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already, Twitter. I only got into Twitter last year or something, so it's like one step at a time.
How do you feel about Twitter so far?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think there was a long time where I just didn't get Twitter, and I think that is still the case. But I'm sort of starting to enjoy it. Yeah, I think it's definitely the days of follow for a follow are over. So it's definitely a lot more challenging growing your Twitter user base nowadays. But yeah, just slow and steady, keep going, teach one person at a time, and yeah, working well so far.
I think it's the worst social media platform except for all the others. It's kind of how I think about it. So for better or worse, like all the devs are on there, so you have to be there if you talk to devs.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I think about it. Okay, so anyway, we got it live, and it was my fault because I just made the wrong command, and that wasted like 30 minutes of our previous stream. Yeah. Shall we get into the CRUD stuff?
Do you want to post it in the chat, the URL, or?
Yeah,
Are we
I posted
afraid
it as a
people-
banner.
Oh, nice.
And then
But
I can also
People
do
can't
it as
click
a
on it,
chat.
right? It's quite cryptic, so.
I know. So another one of the features that I'm really advocating for. So like the job of a dev advocate is it's like a two-way street, right? Like you advocate out and then you advocate in. So one of the things I'm trying to get done is my Stripe my Twitch connection is broken because I changed my Twitch username. Anyway, one thing I'm trying to get done is like customizable usernames. So basically every hosting platform has this, but Amplify is so focused on giving you already have a domain, you want to put this into production, right? So we'll just like let you configure a custom domain, but sometimes people just want like a short like thing, and we'll just have it on the Amplify domain, right? So I think that's what we have to build. So yeah, it's in the chat for those people who are seeing that, and it's
Nice.
Of course it's also on the thing, but it doesn't matter. Like if you follow the steps or if you follow the repo, you get the same result anyway. Cool. So I think now what we're going to do is we're going to try to set up the GraphQL thing. And essentially what, we're going to be following all these steps. But I kind of don't know what the model is going to be. I think he gives us the model, right?
Yeah, I think the model we have to take from him because that's what he uses in the front end.
All right.
So
let's just code it up. Okay. Yeah. So the first thing that we want to add the API. So again, I'm using my alias. The A there is Amplify. my computer is dying every time I live stream. Then I hit GraphQL. I'm just gonna leave it as a default. This is the default authorization. So they actually offer a lot of authorization techniques, which is really cool. But I think we just use the default one. This is just like the public one.
I think we need the user pool as well, though, right?
We need the user pool. I actually did not think about that. Yeah, because
I think we need both. So we need API key for Gatsby to interact with our API at build time, but then also we need the user pool because we have the admin users, right?
You are right. So I set up the main user, the main auth, which is the Cognito user pool. Then I'm gonna also set up the API key. We can set up these other two areas as well, but to be honest, I haven't used them. I only use the user pool one and the API key one.
Gotcha. Should we remove the banner? I think it's a bit in the way now.
All right. Banner where's the banner? You see, you should be able to manage.
Yeah,
this.
that'd be great.
I know.
I think we need to figure this out. I think there's a way for me to log in authenticated. We'll figure it out. We'll call the StreamYard guys and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, they work for us now. So the conflict detection, this is actually for data store, which is I'm pretty excited. It's like the real-time offline syncing thing. We're not going to do that today, but I always like to call that out because it's really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a schema. Did I set it up already?
No, I think we want the edit schema now. Yes.
Cool. So what are we going to add? We're going to add the product, model, and auth. Okay.
Yes. Do you want to copy it from?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Right. So let me just like read this because it's a little bit cryptic. So this is, first of all, this is GraphQL schema definition language. It's just standard, like a normal schema definition language would look like this. A normal GraphQL schema would look like this. Right. So we define a product type, then we have an ID that's auto assigned. Category is an array of strings. Price is a float. Everything else is strings, and there's an int here. I think the GraphQL type system is really cool because
it's so readable. It's just
design a type system is really it's just interesting. Like I'm pretty interested in the design of type systems. So the thing that GraphQL, the thing that AppSync adds on top of this is we want to say like, okay, so we have this. This is in a normal GraphQL server or like a normal GraphQL setup. You would do this, and then you have to like custom write up resolvers and then hook it up to a backend, and then from the front end you would just query against like query products, and then you'd have to you have to write the resolvers for querying the product type as well. All for AWS or for AppSync, all you do is you just add model, and so what this does is it says, okay, using these fields and this type, let's set up a DynamoDB table with all of these categories already preset up for you, and then we'll also scaffold out create, read, update, delete functions for all the functionality that you normally use, and then you'll be able to call it for your front end, and that's it. Like you don't have to set up any server side GraphQL resolvers. That's the main idea. That's normally good enough for database and CRUD. The extra difficulty that we're trying to get involved with is we also want to add auth. So we want to set authentication rules for who can access what, right? And so I think for this one, because we're selling an e-commerce store, let me try and pull it up. Where's my e-commerce store? We're selling an e-commerce store, right? So the public has to be able to see this, and they have to be able to see like the remaining quantity of this, but they should not be able to update or delete or create, right? It's just read. I think that's the rough idea.
Correct. So only admins should be able to update, create, delete, but everyone should be able to read. Yeah.
So what I have actually is, so I've made my own extension. So VS Code snippets. Snippet.
Is that on the marketplace?
Yep.
Nice.
I have to call it unofficial one because We have we have an official one, but it's actually like 2 years old and not maintained, and I have a very different preference from others. Like it's just a snippet. Anyone can make a snippet.
Yeah.
So what I did was I preset some off rules, and I said so there's things where like so there are a few situations. I think this is a bit out of date. I actually added a couple more. There's a few situations like I let's say I'm making a to-do list. I want to be the only person to read it and the only person to create and update and delete, right? So that's what I call everything private, right? And then there's another one where it's like, okay, I want to be the only person to be able to create, read, update, and delete, but I want other people to be able to read it. And then there's our case where we want admins to be able to read it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to add off, and then we have all these sort of autofill things, and this is just from me. So it's not conclusive, but it saves you having to read the docs, because there's a rule system that lets you customize with a high degree of fidelity, like what kind of auth you want to set on each of these fields. But for us, I think this is the one that we want. This is the public read. So only admins can create an update, but everyone can read. And then you can sign up admins with that path.
That's it.
So that's exactly what we started with. But now we've just explained everything, right? That's the rough idea. Okay, so that's our schema.
That I noticed is here it says float for price. In general, my recommendation would be that you always use int for price, and you model your prices in the smallest currency unit. That just because it gets nasty if you want to do multi-currency things. There are 0 decimal currencies. The Japanese yen doesn't have any decimals, right? And there's actually a couple of those, and so to be able to model kind of all the different prices. So here we only have one price, and it's actually designed in a way where it doesn't even set a currency. It's just inherently US dollars, which we probably should fix eventually. But actually, can we just add a currency, right? Like it doesn't hurt to add something.
Yeah.
And then, ideally, if we wanted to support multi-currency, we would actually pull out the pricing information into its own object and then have a list of prices on our product.
Oh. Wow. It seems complicated.
We don't have to do that. What we could do is we could just add it. So we could just say type price, and then I think we just say we do have to have the ID, right, which is the identifier that is auto-generated. And then we just have an amount or a price, which is the integer, and a currency, and that.
Do you think it should be an enum, like an enum like that, like enum
for the currency? Yeah, there's a bunch of them, but we could say USD, Singapore dollar, Euro, GBP or something.
Is this how you write enums? I actually don't know. GraphQL enums. Let me Google it. GraphQL enums.
Yeah, I don't know it off the top of my head.
Let's see if the chat knows. As anyone in the chat is yelling at us for not knowing enums.
Give us some enums, please.
Yellow. No, Yellow. You're not late. We had a slow start. Especially with
technical difficulties.
Freezing cameras. Okay, where's the enums? I'm looking at this off screen, which is very great live streaming. But no, I got it right. That's how you do enums. Okay, so let's do JPY. Okay, cool. So what we're saying is here, instead of string, we say currency like that.
Yeah.
And
then I think we need to model a relationship. So if we say, or can we just say that prices? So can we just add a prices attribute to our product and just make that an array? And then does that automatically create the relationship?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Yep.
That was easy.
Yep. Because I think this is just an object under the hood, and it just serializes. Cool. Let's just see how that works.
Cool.
You know what? I'm gonna make this optional because I don't think that the way that we populate it maybe set up, and then we can change it later on. And then what's the other one that we added? We added currency here, right? We don't.
Yes.
Do we need this? We don't need this, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, no, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, so that's that, and then now we can push. So I'm gonna amplify push -- yes.
Yes.
And I love my aliases.
Oh yeah, the Twitch connection is broken, right?
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, sorry. So, hey, HHE. Yeah, so, Horacio, so what happened was I changed my Twitch username, and I didn't know that I did not update the StreamYard link. So the StreamYard link is broken. So, yeah.
Next time.
That's next time, I know. So in future, it's going to be twitch.tv/Swix live. And the main reason I changed was because it was showing my age. It was twitch.tv/Swix86. Someone else. They don't allow 4 letters, and then someone else got switched TV. So I had to get creative.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I just I like probably like showing my age is fine. It's not like I'm secretive about it. I just like it just looks ugly. That's all. Okay,
I think
so
you clicked the banner by accident, right?
No, I was kind of showing that.
Okay.
Cool. So what else can we do while we kind of wait for that to deploy?
So what's the deploy step actually do? Maybe can we talk about that?
Yeah. So you see now it's provisioning the GraphQL schema on the AppSync service.
Mm-hmm.
It's provisioning like all the authentication that we need, the schema, the public-facing API service. So that's that, and then it's also provisioning the DynamoDB data source. So it's kind of like bundling all
Gotcha.
that for us.
And then we also need image storage, right? Can we do that in parallel?
Actually. I probably, although it will be interesting to risk it, but whatever. So I think it's Amplify add storage.
Add storage, yeah.
Did we skip this last time? I thought we did. Anyway,
I think we skipped it. No.
So when we say storage, you can just do raw DynamoDB, or you can do S3. So what we really want is S3 because we're going to store
S3 for images.
And then, do we need a friendly name? Probably not.
I don't think
what name
so.
do we give it? Images, whatever. Whatever. Who should have access? Everyone.
Auth and guests, yes.
What kind of authenticated users who want to create, update, read, delete, and then for guest users who just want to read.
Read, yes.
Do we want to add a Lambda trigger? Do we need to do any post processing?
I don't think so. No, I think we can skip that for now.
All right. Yeah. So the main reason I feel comfortable doing this alongside of that is because this one is like pushing to the cloud and it's just streaming in logs, whereas here we're just locally configuring. So after this, I actually have to push again. If we were a bit more foresighted, we could have just done that, both of those in one step. But what do we need? So what do we need the image for? What do we need this S3 for?
For the product images, no?
Right. So in here, I don't know if we can sign in here. Oh. Can I do that? Oh, no.
No, we need the other email address as well, right?
Here, I have it.
Ooh. What kind of extension is that?
That's Clippy. So it's a clipboard history manager. And I think you go to Clippy. This one. It's open source. It's really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, Clippy. Made by this Japanese guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but you know, everyone should have some sort of clipboard manager. Okay, so first of all, we've provisioned this. Now I'm a bit lost because I don't know what we want to do. Let's actually take a tour of like what this looks like. So let me see if I can. This should be undefined, or this should be a.
Do you have to push again in the meantime for the storage, or?
For this one, yes. So I'm gonna push on the right hand side for that storage thing. But I just want to also take us to the GraphQL API that we just set up to give a brief tour of what that looks like. So this is graphical. You're familiar with it. I hope people are familiar with it. But that's the product ID that we just category that we set up, including the special price thing with the currency enum.
Nice.
So let's actually, can we just create inside of here?
Ooh, that would be cool, actually.
So we need to log in with user pools. Then I also need to. You see, I forgot the password though. What is the password?
Oh.
Test 1 2 3 4 5. I think that was it.
Yeah, I always use just testing with a capital T and then 1 2 3 at the end, and then I always know.
I don't know what the ID is.
Ooh.
It was Swix and Thor, right?
Oh.
Thor and Swix.
Ooh, we tried a couple combinations there.
I don't remember.
Okay, should we just sign up a new one?
I mean, we would have to like
10-minute email.
Right.
Oh, but we have to add it to the admin group, right?
I think so. I think what we should do is we should watch our own stream, and and then find it. Because I don't remember.
But where was it?
I don't know. Like we definitely signed up towards the end. So I think that was where we had like the publishing issues. Okay, so see user. So it's Thor and Swix.
And Swix, all capitals though.
Yeah, and then
okay.
I'm gonna try to listen to myself. What's my password? I think it's. This is like minimum security. Okay, so I'm listening to this. Can you hear what I'm saying in the video?
No, I think in order to share the audio, you have to do like a special
like
screen
a
share
loopback
thing. But
Cool. All right, so we're about to get there.
Ooh, we can get the client ID from the AWS exports.json file.
All right, let's see that.
But I think we know the client
AWS.
ID. We probably can't get the password though.
Client ID, this one. This one.
ID.
There we go.
Ooh.
It's very smart. Whoever said that, thank you. See, so I think this is definitely Thor and Swix, and then this is test 1 2 test 1 2 3 4 5.
Log in.
Nope.
Oop.
Test.
Maybe
1,
with
2,
a
3.
6 at the end. I remember a 6 being in there.
Test 1 2 3 4 5 6.
No?
I don't know because it doesn't dismiss. It doesn't clear.
Oh no.
Test 1 2 3 4 5. Maybe test.
I think it was just 1 2 3 4 5 6. Try. Oh man, we're so professional.
Okay, wait, hang on. I want to hear myself say the password.
Okay.
Okay, so it was temp 1 2 3 4 5 6. Temp 1 2
so
3 4
close.
5 6. I know, right? This is like the least secure live stream ever. Did I even do it right? Thor and Swix. Temp 1 2 3 4 5 6. I don't know if I should capitalize. I think I did. Yay! All right. So now that we've logged in, we can actually do CRUD. So
There's actually a good suggestion that we probably should store it somewhere for next week's stream.
I know. Simple note. So this is what I use for temp storage. Live stream, and then it's like username, Thorn Swix, password, super secret. Don't tell anyone. And then what's the other one that we need to know?
The web client ID thing.
Yeah. This one. Nope. This one. Nope. This one. Email. See, it's nice. Okay, so can we create a product, or do we want to? I don't know. I don't feel like we have to create a product to understand that this is a working.
Let's create a product, and then we'll have it, which is nice. We can get it on the client.
All right. So it's mutation. Let me just minimize this. Mutation. Create product. And then what are we doing? We're doing input. And we're doing what's in the input. We have to do all these things. I don't think we don't
have to do the ID, right?
Yep. We don't have to do the ID. So we're selling surfboards, right?
Yes, let's do that. Did you have were those like public domain images? Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's on Splash.
Nice.
So okay, how about like I don't know. We'll just go by color because I don't know anything about surfboards. Blue, yellow, red.
Sounds good.
Blue. Okay. Price. How much is the surfboard? 23.
No. But we need since the price is in US and we said int, so we need it in cents.
All right, 2,300.
$23 seems cheap, but okay.
230.
Just add a zero. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, the zero.
Okay.
So we don't have an image. Oh, this is interesting. We don't have an image. Actually, we do have an image, right? I can just use this.
Yes, but can we drop that into the storage bucket?
No, I mean we'll have to later on. But for now,
yes.
because we're just prototyping.
Very good.
Description will have what is this? It's a blue board.
Nice.
And current inventory. How many do we have? 23. Sure. Brand is Thor. Thorboard. Okay. Then this always gets me about mutations. You have to have you have to return things, which
maybe
is
the ID
annoying. Yeah, but like what if I just don't want anything? I just want to fire off a.
I just want to await.
I know.
Don't. Yeah.
Missing required fields image. Oh, okay. So image should be a array.
Do we specify it as an array?
Mm-hmm. You see? Oh, no. Actually, it should be a string. Huh. Oh, it's image, not images.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. It's created. So
Nice.
that means I can query it.
Yes.
How do I... one thing I really like to do is like ... and then whatever. I don't know if that we have set up the fragments for that. I don't think we have set up fragments. So usually, like, let's say I want to just list the product. Sometimes it's easier to just say what I want. Items.
Oh, if I just want everything, so like select star, you mean? Or
I know. Yeah, exactly. So with the one graph GraphQL Explorer thing, you can actually do that. But here I don't think we have the one GraphQL Explorer, but it's easy to layer it on top.
That's interesting. Yeah, one of the SAP founders always said select stars for losers.
Why?
Well, it's so inefficient, right? If you have large data sets.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
also he's built this column-based database, kind of in-memory database that is just optimized for specific when you select specific columns or something. So anyway,
well, so now we can query the product that we just made.
Nice.
I think something to point out is that we get these two fields for free. So it just marks when it was created and when it was updated.
Cool.
And yeah, so that's like the brief tour of the the GraphQL API that we just set up. And the other thing that we also should notice is that you can also, so if you end up not wanting to use GraphQL, your data is accessible from the DynamoDB layer underneath all this. So here's the DynamoDB table that we just set up, together with the product ID stuff that we just had as well. So if you just want to drop down one level, or you want to just hook into something only at the DynamoDB table, it's all available for you.
That's cool.
I think that's the main philosophy behind like why do any of this is you scaffold out these services really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's it. The other thing I think to notice is that the whole reason we had to do this off mode is because we had to sign in as admin to do any of this CRUD. If we were in public, then we would not be able to. We would just be able to read it.
Only read. Yeah.
Cool. To sign in. So the other, I think we also provisioned the S3 service. So I think we can do that. AC. I don't think there's anything to show you. That's just a S3 bucket.
It's just a big bucket, bottomless bucket.
Bottomless bucket in the sky.
Yeah.
Thanks, HHG. So Horacio's telling us things.
Yeah, that's true.
Can you?
No, sorry. I just mean probably he should be on the stream instead of me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for helping out.
Yeah. Well, we don't have anything in this bucket, but it's an S3 bucket. We'll get there. We'll get there later. Okay. So what do we do now?
Let's go to the client, and I think what's interesting to look at there is we get the queries pushed down right to this like GraphQL queries.
Yeah. So this folder is new.
Nice.
So we get all these written out for us. It's actually a nice to have. I don't think it's like a, you don't have to have it. I could just write it by myself.
Sure.
But yeah, we might as well have it, right?
It's still nice because I mean, yeah, that's kind of the select star now, isn't it?
This is select star for sure.
Yeah.
If we want to actually, make it super performant, we can cut it down. But like we control all this code. It's inside of our code base.
Sounds good. And so,
so which page are we going?
We actually have in the templates folder the inventory view inventory.js.
That's cheating.
What is cheating?
That makes sense. It's not cheating. It's just like typically you'd have to like go into the pages, but because this is a template, then we only edit these fields, and then the pages will just work, right? So you don't have to integrate any of this. It's just
exactly
it's just a template. It's not cheating.
So
cool.
Like right now,
yeah.
I think if we look at the inventory provider, the data is just coming from a big JSON file, I think.
Right. So you're talking about this thing. I don't know where the JSON file is.
No. I think if you go back to inventory. Is it not just inventory?
Okay. No, we talked about this last time. I don't remember where it was. Was it providers here? There we go.
Inventory provider.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. So we need to swap this out, basically.
Yes, but so what we can do... So I think it's in the... Where do we make these requests?
All right. So I think probably the first thing is to just like read what we have already.
Yeah. So we just want to fetch the data.
Yeah. So I think it's here, like view or.
Is it not the
like
view?
A routing,
the view inventory.
It's like a routing file, and then here's where we view, and then this is like when we call this dot fetch inventory, we do await get inventory, and the get inventory comes from in the inventory provider.
So should we just replace the fetch inventory with our GraphQL query?
Yeah.
In the componented mount.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's do that. I think to do that we need the AWS Amplify client library, and we need the API and the GraphQL.
Yeah. So I have this in my snippets as well. Import
nice.
API. And then I have some notes on notes to self, because I'm super lazy to look at docs. So if we were just doing REST, we would use that API, but now we're using GraphQL. And I'm just gonna stick that in here. Guess we don't need that.
But we do need, what is it, the GraphQL operation?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what I was thinking about doing was that's the docs that you have. So this is what you're talking about, right? So here, that's the line of code. This is a very, very thin function, which basically helps you to create this object.
The query, yeah.
So I prefer just create the object directly.
Okay, cool.
Because it doesn't really do much, you know.
Sounds good.
And yeah, I rather be very explicit. This is my query. These are my variables. Like it's very, it's unambiguous what I'm working on. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. So we're gonna say list products. I'm hoping for auto completion, but it looks like there's no autocomplete over here. So we need to go import this products from dot slash
GraphQL.
and it's the same hierarchy, GraphQL / queries.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the list products that we get. I don't think we need any variables. And so this result we get back is in this format, which is the format that we did earlier, right? Which is the API. I think it's the GraphQL. Do we do this? Oh yeah, here it is. That's the format. So it has to be data.listProducts.items, and then it's the array of products. Data.listProducts.items.
And that
so it's
becomes the inventory, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
I don't know if it's okay. Yeah, it's highlighted properly. Is that all we need?
I believe so. Should we just console log as well? The inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, let's run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Yeah, Gatsby's gotten faster since I started Gatsby like 2.5 years ago, I think, and I don't know. I feel like I used to dread this starting up thing, but now I actually like watching it, because I think they're using React Inc. to do all this.
Cool.
That's what's going on down there. But
Did
still,
you do the Netlify 1 million thing?
Yeah, I'm user 86,000, something like that.
Nice.
What's your number?
Like 316,000. And my position is, I think, like October 2018, which was the first JAMstack Conf. So I think I saw the recordings of that or something.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You know, you still ahead of a bunch of other people.
Yeah, in the first 50% batch.
Yeah. I mean, I wish. I definitely wish I found it earlier, for sure. I'm not sure if it's done.
If you scroll, localhost looks good.
Well, no, sometimes the server is running, but it's not done. All right, now we have to do the login dance again.
Do we?
Thor and Swix. Oh, that's the sign up.
No, read. If we just, you don't need to, right?
Do you think it's already fetched?
Yeah, I mean, if we go to home, can we disable the warnings?
Yeah. How do you do that?
Filter? Is it filter? No.
Hang on. Let me reduce this default levels. No warnings. Okay. Wait, so which page is this rendering on? I think it's behind the auth wall. See, so it's rendering this page, inventory.
So wait, where does the homepage inventory come from?
Exactly. So it's in admin. You see this?
Oh.
So the page that we edited
Okay,
is
okay.
only after you sign in. That's why I have to
All
sign
right.
in.
Okay, let's do that then. And then we need to probably change the inventory provider as well or something.
10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, I don't like this delay in signing in.
Statelessness.
Ooh, hey, that's a blue
We
board.
got a surfboard.
It's the
Nice.
most expensive surfboard in the world.
So we got to change that formatting function.
Uh-huh.
But we can probably
View.
figure that out.
I think it's view inventory, and then price. Is it price?
Yes.
So what's your advice? Should we apply it all the way at the end or all the way at the beginning? Because I can do this, right. Instead of I can show like this divide by 100, right?
Yeah.
Or I can go all the way up, and I can go here and divide by 100.
Yeah. No. So I would actually write a helper function, a util function, that uses the international number format.
Really? Okay. Can you guide me?
Yes. So if you go, if you just Google international intel
come
MDN intel.
You haven't memorized this?
No, man. It's actually number format.
Okay.
And yeah, we want the currency thing. So if you just, I think you can just copy any of those lines. And so, I mean, ideally we'll probably use the locale, the browser locale, but I guess we can just set it to.
No. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. Whatever you want to show.
Yeah, no, you see the locale is DE, so it's set to German locale.
Yep.
Ideally we'd use like navigator.language, but we can't use that on the server. So we would have to check if the window object exists.
Yep.
So I think
Fonts, whatever.
is browser.
Locale. I think we could just do like type of window is undefined.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done this? And then if it's undefined, we'll say ENUS.
Yes,
And then if it's not, we'll say navigator.language. Something like that?
I believe so.
Cool. Okay. And let's just take this, make that into... I should use Vim bindings. I'm actually... I know how to use Vim bindings. It's just that I turn it off for sometimes when there's bugs. Result, I don't know, equals this. And then we can console log result and return it.
Yeah. And we need to divide the number by 100.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's in cents.
Do we need,
so I think,
do we need to do rounding?
Yeah, I think we just do...
Here?
What is it? There's a function where you can say...
Is that what you're talking about?
We just need to set it to 2 decimals, I guess.
You'd have to I don't think you have to do anything. Okay, MDN math, round 2 decimals. Does it do decimal? I don't think math.round does decimal places. Decimals. No, I think you just have to divide.
Yeah, I think you can just say
2 fixed.
2 fixed. Yes, that's what I was looking
Really?
for.
Wait,
Yeah,
I gotta
no?
test this. I don't know. I don't use this. 23.222.2 fixed 2. Huh.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, okay, but it's a string. So then I have to number that back.
No, that's fine because it's only for the view.
Okay.
Oh, do you have to number it back? I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's all right. So I'll say 2 fixed, dot 2 fixed, and I'll say 2. Yeah?
Yes, although I think the result of international number format is actually a string.
Oh. Okay. Number like that.
No, you can't do that because it renders the currency symbol into the string.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Like that.
you want to do the fix before the format. Yeah, yeah. Let's.
Does it take
okay.
a string? Does this take a string? It takes a number.
I believe so. Yeah. Or you could
I-
make that a number.
I'm not sure. Okay. My prototype in the browser method always works. Format
That's great.
num. Yeah, browser's a REPL, right? So number
It is.
is 23. Currency is, I don't know, year. All right, let's see this work. Okay, so it returns a string. That's fine, right?
Yes.
And then what else? What else do we have to test? 2.3. So it's 2 cents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although the number is always an integer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we never really run into this. All right, I'm happy.
Cool.
Okay, so then we bring this here. The price, item not price. Oh, this is an input though.
What's that?
This is an input. So it's not we're not just rendering the string. We're letting the user edit it.
Oh yes. But when they edit it,
I'm trying to show you where what I'm talking about.
so when they
So
edit it,
This is actually this is not an input. Hang on.
it's just if you click edit, it becomes an input. There's you see the edit button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
let's leave that alone.
Let's
right?
leave that.
And then can I go back? Oh, the back button doesn't work here. So I have to hit save. And the save doesn't work because we haven't written it yet.
That's fine.
I'm just gonna reload it.
Ooh.
We need to persist this as well.
Yes, that's true.
Temp 1 2 3 4 5 6. There's so many small tweaks I need to make to this template. I just got commit access to this, so I need to go and fix that.
Nice.
Okay, but let's just change this. So I don't know where to find this.
Yeah, I
think
think,
what we
it's
can do
just
is
the
fire up
view,
the-
no? It
the
should be in
React-
view. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can just do this. It says view inventory.
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, it's a p tag. Okay. You see, it's here. Okay, so there's an if here, and then there's a return here. So what we need to do is down here. There we go.
That's it.
So now we don't need denomination.
Well, the denomination is the currency, right? So we need it as an input.
I'm just trying to figure out where did this come from. I bet this is just hard coded to dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but it's a dollar sign. We need it as a currency.
I'm just gonna get rid of it, and then when we format number, it's gonna have it. Right.
But yeah, well, we need to put the currency into format number, though.
I think it does.
No.
Oh, you want to have like USD?
Yes, we need to. So if we just change the dollar sign in denomination to USD.
Okay.
And we probably should we do the auth persistence now because it's going to be
It's kind of annoying.
yeah.
Okay, so how do I do that? We have to think about the auth.
Yeah,
How
it
do we
should
do
be
auth? Admin. Okay. So when we have state, we'll have to say whether something is admin or not.
yeah. So I think if there's a component at mount, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then we can
So-
just do get the current authenticated user or something.
Yeah, that's clever. Do you have instructions for that? Oh, I can just look it up.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you, Because I don't know.
We don't
I
have the
don't know
live
about
code session set up, unfortunately. But
Oh, okay. Do you want it? You want it?
um,
Here, start collaboration session.
cool. Yeah, sure, we can try.
And then I have your recent contact. Can I just invite you?
You can try. Let me
I just
see.
hit the invite thing. I don't know if that I can chat with you. Holy shit! Hello.
Wait.
Can you see me?
Damn it! What happened? Okay, one second.
Okay, I'm doing a private chat.
Yeah, I'm just wait,
Hey,
where am I?
Nate.
Join.
Nate,
I think I need the URL, right?
I'm in YouTube too. Okay, yeah, I'll give you the URL. Give me 1 second. Private chat. I'm pasting in the private chat.
Yeah.
So that's the VS Code URL. Yeah, we can
Sounds-
chat inside VS Code. Can you chat with me so that we can show people that it works?
Oh, we can try. 1 second. Joining collaboration session.
What's the point of a chat if I have to chat you to give you the session?
Where's the chat again?
It says chat. I don't know. Are you on the live share extension page? Oh, there's a chat.
Yes.
There's chat channels. Can you see this chat channels thing?
Chat channels. No.
It's on my screen.
I mean, I can see yours. Yeah. Chat channels,
Whoa.
live share, session data.
Chat.
Oh, chat
Chat,
channels.
chat.
I don't have anything in my chat channels though.
There's
That's
session
very
chat.
strange.
Oh, hello. I see you. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm in. Are we in admin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're an admin. Okay. So he doesn't want to chat with me. I'm very sad. Someone's asking in the
It just doesn't work.
Thanks so much, Dan.
The live extension name.
Yeah, live extension name. So this is called VS Code Live Share. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's from Microsoft, so it's legit. But I think basically this guy used to build it, and then they hired him. So
That's nice.
that's that. Okay, so you're taking over now, and you already did it.
Well, so I believe that's how we can
Hang
get the current authenticated user.
I can't hear you because I got a call. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I cannot hear you. My microphone just cut out.
I can hear you though.
Okay.
Do you want to put the
Okay,
technical
Can you say something?
technical difficulties banner?
No, I
back
cannot hear
on?
you. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect my. Yep, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I get these robocalls from my US number, and then because my headphone switches.
Oh.
Anyway,
Wait, what is
you got
happening?
control.
Why is this
Okay, I can hear you now.
This is jumping around. Why is this
Is it 'cause of
jumping
me?
around? Maybe. So I think this is pretty similar to here, right? So we get the current authenticated. No, what the heck? Oh, VS Code Live Share is screwing with me.
What's going on? So your cursor looks like it's jumping around.
Yeah, so I'm scrolling down, and then it
Uh-huh.
jumps back up to your position. It's
Oops.
just flicking around, man.
All right.
Uh,
I'll travel with you. So look, we got to simulate sign in basically, right? So when we sign in, we have to save the state, and we have to say sign. This not form state signed in.
dude, this is just jumping around all over the place. What is happening?
All right, it's just not very helpful. It's all. All right, so we could just say we are signed in, right? So I'm gonna take over, and inside a component did mount, we can say we're signed in if we are signed in. Do we just save
need
it to the
check
local?
if it's an admin. So we need to do the same check that we are doing below, where we get the payload from the ID token.
I think it's fine because like if we actually do any CRUD, then the check will be there again. But we'll only set this local storage thing, right? So like for example, we'll say local storage dot set item, like signed in equals to true, something like that.
Well, we would also have to set is admin true, and that's where we actually would have to verify the.
But like we don't have any users who are not admin.
But anyone can sign up. So anyone on this live stream could sign up and hijack. We pretty much just need to copy what's in the sign-in user session from below. Anytime I scroll down, it just jumps back up.
I'll do it. I mean, it sounds like the VS Code extension is a bit buggy.
So if you just search for cognito : groups.
Cognito : groups. What do you mean?
Just do Command F. Because we've done this charade before, right?
Cognito : groups. Okay,
it jumps for you as well, right?
It doesn't jump for me because
no.
I'm just looking at my own screen, and so I'm on the sign in method inside of this class.
Yes, but yeah.
Okay, are you seeing my screen right now? I'm looking at the sign in method with the cognito groups.
Yeah, but we need to extract the payload from the sign in user session.
Right. Does this have the same payload though?
Yes.
It does? The current authenticated user?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll just copy. Yeah, all right, fine. I see what you're trying to do. I was on a different path, and now I think I'm back with you.
We just need to do the same check, right?
Blah. Okay, is that it?
Wait, are you? So you're doing this? Yeah, authenticated user current. Yeah, that should be it, right?
Right. Cool. Refresh.
But did you comment? Why did you comment out the local storage?
I don't need it. It's just I like to keep code around. It's a very bad habit of mine. Because we don't need the local storage.
Do we not?
No.
Okay.
Oh, currency code is required with currency style. What is this? So we're using the format thing wrong.
Well, it needs to be USD.
No, so we need to say this function. We need to say currency is whatever. Like, do we need any currency actually?
Yes.
We need to specify currency. So we'll just say USD.
Yeah. If we have the denomination global variable. If we change that from the $sign to USD, I think we can just use that.
Got it. So I already did it previously. So what we have to do now here is denomination. Wow, my machine doesn't autocomplete for me.
Then it needs to go into the function as the currency. So we change the denomination to USD. Instead of the $sign, because we get the $sign for free.
Yeah, I changed that. Yep.
Yeah,
I did.
Cool.
So if we go here, it's already USD.
Nice. So that should be
okay.
it.
Really? All right. $230. Good.
Nice. So now, so international number format is actually pretty awesome.
Cool. All right. We're ready to sell our surfboards globally.
Yes.
Okay. Next step.
I think we need to hook up to create a new product in the admin panel, right? Or should we do editing first? What are you feeling like?
They're kind of the same thing. I'll be honest.
Okay.
So right, add is. Let's do add.
Okay.
All right. So, what are we doing? We're doing. So instead of view,
I think it's add inventory. In form components.
What? Where?
It's called
Why is it over there?
addInventory.js.
What a weird structure. Okay. I can
tell
change
that to Nader.
I know. All right. So what we're going to do here is we have all these on-change handlers, but it looks like it saves everything onto state, and the state initial state is an object. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to figure out the add here. So this is the comment that we need. Add to database, right?
Add item, yeah, I think. Is that it? That's it.
Yeah. So let's think about the GraphQL part. So I'm going to import API again. API. I also don't need this. I just need this. Then I'm going to add it here. And the query that we're going to run is the create mutation. So it's create.
Yeah, create the product, exactly.
You see, I really want to use like autocomplete. Create product. No, it doesn't. It doesn't autocomplete for me.
It doesn't.
You know, I think if you use TypeScript, it might do that.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've gotten lazy.
I mean,
so
TypeScript is pretty amazing.
We're TypeScript fans for sure, for sure. Okay, so I need variables though this time. So I need input, and then I need basically everything here, right?
Yeah, but it's already defined as item, no? Somewhere? No? Is it
What do you mean? No, I haven't defined it anywhere. I see. So what we're looking at is that sometimes we have to replace the category name with some regex, but I don't think we'll need that for a lot of things.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, I don't know. Does it recognize current inventory? Does it recognize all these things? It does, right? Yeah, I think it's fine.
Current inventory?
That's how much we have right now.
Yeah. I mean, we could just say this.state, right? Because isn't that
Ooh. Yeah.
from above?
It's very smart. There we go.
Nice.
Do we need a result? Do we need like a...
Now the problem though is we need the image. So we've left out the storage thing for now.
Yeah.
Should we do that above? I think it's in the comment actually. Do we just?
So I just comment this out?
I guess so.
Where do I get this storage from? I think it's... Do I have it here? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah, just from AWS-Amplify. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that works. So instead of example.png, I just need file. Do I need a file name?
I think just file name. Do we have a file name?
I don't know. It looks like we need a like a unique identifier for this thing.
Plus file.name.
Yeah. So we'll make a file name. Const file name equals to UID. You know, one thing I like to do for you. Anyway, I like the collecting UUID functions, but I think we have one here.
Yeah, I think we have.
Oh,
it's actually a library, no?
Yeah,
in
it's
the package.
So UUID. I think it's like v4.
V4, yeah.
It's the weird one where you have to do like /v4. Import UUID from UUID v4. Okay. And then we're going to call that. And we'll say, what kind of file name do we want to give it?
I think we just say file.name because it's the upload from
a real file on my disk.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So then that would include the image. And I think we're all set.
So where do we set the image? Do we set it to state?
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so let's try this. Add. So let's do redboard.
Yes.
What's a red board cost? $99. Very cheap. Cheap
Don't forget the
board.
cents. Yes.
Wait, so okay, I guess this is like an admin thing. Let's say that actually. Price. Don't forget this is in cents.
Makes sense.
Oh, look at that hot reloading. I kept the state and it just updated only
That is
the
awesome.
text. Nice, right?
Nice.
Okay, let's get a red board. Yeah, this guy.
Yes. Ooh, brilliant. Jeremy Bishop. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, right. Downloads. This guy. So one thing I was aware of is that this is a JPG, and the code expects a PNG.
Oh,
Do you think that's a problem?
interesting. Can't we get that from the file?
I don't know.
If you do MDN file upload, I'm sure. File input. And I'm sure there's a type. Yeah, this is just file.type, no? Yeah, file.type. Is that correct?
So what am I actually saying though? Oh, no, it's file.type.
Yeah.
And then it has like image / whatever.
Yeah, but we can just say file.type in the instead of saying image / PNG.
Comments.
Sorry?
Sorry, no, I'm just checking if anyone's yelling at us in the comments. Okay, so tell me what to do.
Yeah, if you go back to the code.
Yep.
And just instead of image PNG, just say file.type. I think that should be it.
Oh, why didn't we say that?
I don't know.
All right, let's load it up. Okay, items in stock 23, whatever, 69. That's a better red. Item brand Swix board. Okay,
Nice.
let's. I hope this runs.
Let's see.
So that cleared it. We should toast it as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You know what? Let's go back
Can we
to
check
view.
the network tab or something?
Yeah. But I wasn't recording anything.
Yeah. But so
So did it? That was the list. Okay, this is me navigating back. Okay, so
mm-hmm.
I don't think anything happened.
Okay, so what are we missing?
I don't know.
Are we calling? We're calling create
calling this
product,
method?
right?
Maybe we didn't call this method. Yeah, we call create product.
And we call it before we clear the form. Yeah. But do we await it? Yeah, right?
Yeah, we awaited it.
So that means it has executed because the form cleared, right?
But I don't see it. If I query it on this side, I only see one.
Okay.
So there could be some kind of error in what I sent over. So let's just try it again. Red board 6900. It's
Should
red.
we log the on image as well? Like log the image URL?
Sure. You mean this one?
Yeah. So this is executed right when we select the image. At least I hope so.
Sure. I can also log out the state here. State. It's dot state.
That's good.
And in case there's something fishy. I don't think we changed the type of anything, so I think it's fine. All right. So let's choose the image, and then we can see the logging it out. Nothing happened.
Well, I think it might take a while, no? Is anything happening in the network tab? Are we uploading to
I'm actually
the
not sure.
storage API?
How am I supposed to know?
That's a good question.
Oh, put. That's a put. Yeah, you see that? This is a put. It says 200 okay. That's good.
But we don't get the image URL, do we?
No, but maybe it's just because I didn't refresh it. Maybe like the hot reloading doesn't work for this. I need to add this to like a routing system. Red, board, 23, red. No, it's not working.
Hmm.
You see this?
Yeah. Okay, on image change. Should we check where on image change is being called? If at all.
Item image. That's. Are we looking at the right one? On image change. Sometimes there's like duplicate components and it's super annoying. Okay, so this feels like a bug. What I would do here is double check that. So the image that we got back is a key.
In the state?
Yeah, it's not a string. It's a key. Storage URL. You see that? Okay, I think this is a bug.
Oh. So we need storage URL.key, or what do we need?
Yeah, I think so. So this is probably one of those things that Nader. This is probably one of those things that Nader like figured out for us, but because we're doing this from scratch, we didn't realize it. So we just need a key. Okay.
But is the key? It doesn't look like a URL though, does it?
I know what's going on. Nope, I don't know what's going on.
Wait, how do
this is supposed to be a URL. It's not. Oh, because we set state. Look. So if I just delete this, maybe that would do it.
But that means the storage put isn't working.
No, it just. Is
it?
I don't think it got there. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna refresh this. We're gonna observe the storage put working. Okay. And then I'm gonna clear red 69. Oh, it's 59. It's cheaper now. And then
don't forget the cents.
It's even cheaper. Okay, so that's a off check, and then it's a put.
Okay.
I think this is the put. So that worked. And I think what is going then we should be able to see the storage URL. I think this is all we get.
But oh, it isn't an actual URL, is it?
It's not actual URL. It's just a UUID plus file name. And honestly, we could just have to give in the file name. And what we're going to do is we're going to use storage.get on the read side, which will wrap the original thing to a full URL.
But so
now I want to check
the storage URL.key then. Okay, cool.
Did we do it? I feel like we did not. I feel like we need to.
But we need storage URL.key, right? Because image needs to be a string.
Yep.
Okay.
You are right. I'm not sure that this is. I'm gonna refresh again because I don't think the hot reloading is that good.
And then don't forget the cents.
I know. Red board. I cannot spell red. 6,900,000. It is red. Okay. All right. In stock, 69. Red. 6 boards. Okay. So here I'm going to check the network tab, and then I'm going to check the console. Nice. So add item. It's pending. It says 200, and then it's cleared.
That's good.
And then the console says it's got state. It's got storage.
Can you check the return on the GraphQL query in the network tab? Just preview or response.
Yeah, it's got an ID.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Cool. All right. Cool. For sure, we know that it worked. And I think now if we head back to view, we're going to see a broken image because we haven't done the signing.
So the only thing that was wrong was the storage.key, right?
Well, we got two things wrong. We got this storage.key wrong, but then we also got the there was like a different set state. Right up here. which was starting to save, which was sending the wrong file name basically.
Gotcha.
It wasn't sending a storage file name at all. It was just sending like this file's name. Okay.
Okay.
What do we do now? We do this code signing. This one I actually don't know very well. So I think we do storage.get, right?
I guess, but at what point do we do that?
I don't know. Now we have to check the answer. Okay. So it's in the image folder. There we go.
Apparently, there's a fetch image function somewhere.
Yeah. I'm on it.
Okay.
So import storage from AWS Amplify, and then instead of fetch image, do we use s3.get image, or I think we use storage.get?
I think await storage.get, right?
Yep. And then update source? No. Update source image.
But I guess we need to check because our first product has a URL. So maybe we check if the source includes HTTP, and if it does, we don't do storage.get. Should we do that?
No, it starts with HTTPS.
I mean, is it yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, this way. And then, oops, sorry, wrong one. Something like that?
Yeah, I think so, right?
All right, let's see re-render.
Fingers crossed.
I feel like we need to do some code signing.
Oh,
What is that?
I think it's just a huge image.
Oh, oops.
This feels like the 90s, man. This is great.
How big is this thing?
I
think I just downloaded it's only 448 KB. Okay. So this one is a matter of it's stored in a specific S3 bucket, so it's not on a CDN. And I'm all the way here in Singapore, and that's over in ESE's one. I think that's it. I'm not sure, but even 448 KB should not be that slow.
Okay.
Anyway, what now?
And I think do we need updates?
Yeah, update. Okay. Where is I think the update is in the same file as the view file. So I'm just going to
update and delete, right?
Wait, Horacio says you need to store the image name. Let me check the code sample. You need to do it when you're rendering the items, or do it where you fetch all the products. Thanks, Horacio.
That's what we did, right?
Well,
the fetch image is kind of executed as part of.
Let us know if we went wrong. So I think he was trying to give us advice, and then we didn't check the comments until
okay.
Just so. I mean, I think we kind of followed. There's not that many places to go wrong.
Okay.
Cool. So edit is here. I like to fold code.
Yeah.
So now we're only looking at the edit part. And basically, what are we doing?
I think there is a delete item
save
and
item.
a save item somewhere.
Oh, I didn't know we could delete items.
No?
Where's the delete?
It should be function delete.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's implement those. So save item. This is another operation in GraphQL. I think it's called mutations. It's called update product. Cool.
Yes, I believe so.
Oh crap. Oops. Undo. I screwed up something. Hang on. Okay.
Oh no.
We're back. Okay, so we're gonna do save item.
Yes.
And then update product. Ooh, did it autocomplete? Nice. You see that?
Yes. Okay.
Finally, it works.
Nice. What did you do?
Nothing. I think VS Code takes a while to
Okay.
index the whole code base.
Oh, that could be it.
I think that's it for updating. It's pretty simple.
Yes.
And I think one thing
Well,
I would like to do is I would only say dot then, and then if this is successful, then we update the state. Because if not,
we
or
shouldn't actually. Yeah.
dot catch and then error, and then we'll toast something.
Yeah, I think form validation is something that isn't in the project at all.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll work on it.
so if anyone in the community knows some good Gatsby form validation, or I guess it's just React.
Yeah, it's just React.
Um,
Okay, let's do.
There's a question. What are you using for CSS?
I have no idea.
That's a good question. Is it
I think we're just using
Tailwind?
Tailwind.
Yeah.
Tailwind UI, the hottest, latest thing. That's why all the components have these names, super long class names.
Yeah.
But one thing I like about Tailwind is that I can edit in the browser. So I can, let's say I want to prototype this, right? I can say something like center, I think it's called, or I think it's font center. The problem is you have to memorize it, but after you memorize it, I think it's text center. And then I can say underline, like border, red, 500. I don't know. I have to say border first. Something like that. So
Yeah.
So I'm prototyping all this. It's like P5, and then now I have a border, right? And I can just copy this and go like text 5XL. Oh shit. Add panel. What is it called? Admin panel. I can just go copy this and then paste it in here, and then that would be exactly what I have from my prototyping into the code. So I think that the way forward for React styling is either CSS and JS that looks like CSS, so I can prototype here, right, inside of the DevTools, or I prototype by knowing the class names that I already have. I think that there are some other approaches like theme UI where they have arrays and objects and stuff like that that cause you to have to translate, and I think that translation is an extra mental burden, but then also it basically guarantees that designers will not know how to work with you. That's my rant.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, what are we doing?
Update and delete, right?
I think we already did update. So the update, this is save item.
Oh yes.
And I did update product. I don't need the result, so I'm just gonna delete that.
That's true.
And I can just copy this. Actually, I don't even need to copy it. I can just where's the delete item? So delete item, I think that's a mutation as well.
Just delete product, right?
Yeah. Do I just need to give the ID? Just give them a product.
The index, yeah, maybe.
Oh
yeah. ID, product ID, input ID.
Okay, so I think we do this, and then we do delete product. Okay. And then we need to give variables. I forgot to give variables for the other thing as well. I need to say input. Input. Oh, I need to give an index.
ID, no?
So sorry, I need to give an ID. So how do I do this?
Well, we have it down there, right? In the inventory slice index.
Const to item to remove equals to this.state.inventory index, right? So now I have this. I can just say ID, the ID, something like that.
Dot ID, right? Yeah.
So I forgot to give it this as well. So the variables for any mutation, I need to give variables. And instead in this one, I just need to give the whole thing as the input. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm giving the whole thing, and here I'm only giving the ID.
ID. Yeah.
Let's see if that works.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Should we observe the panel, the network?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is my super slow thing.
Should we delete that?
Okay. Clear. I always like to clear things so that it's very clear, you know?
Yes.
Delete. 200 cleared. Fantastic. Reload. Check that it's gone. Yep. It should be gone. Okay.
Did it delete the storage bucket though? It didn't, right?
It wouldn't delete the bucket, but it did not delete the file.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I guess. But we can also, I guess there's like storage.delete.
Yeah.
Let's see. Storage.delete.
Oh, there's a question in the chat. Yes, it actually is already on YouTube. So it is streaming live on YouTube at the moment. So that's youtube.com/SwixTV, one word.
Yes. So this is the current one that we're watching right now.
Yeah.
So that's on YouTube. Yep. So you can catch up on it on your own time. Okay. What are we looking at? What are we doing? We're also testing the edit, right?
Yes, maybe.
So let's edit this thing. Let's make this 69.
Or the price. Should we edit the price?
Whatever.
Make it a sale.
Oh, the price? Yeah, sure. What? $30?
Okay.
Okay, so I hit save and it did not go back in state. So either something went wrong or we don't have this UI yet. So if I refresh, it probably will reflect the new price. Nope, it did not. So something went wrong in the editing. Okay.
Even
Network.
though you built in the nice catch. But did the catch do anything?
Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so I'm gonna hit save. That's just 200. So I know it went across. Oh, the variable's input contains a field name created at that is not defined for input object. Oh, okay. You see what we did there?
Oh, we just played back the whole state.
Yeah, I cannot pass it in like that. What's a smart way to do this? I don't think there is a smart way. Right?
So what do we have? This at state of current item.
So I think one way to do it would be like to update, and then we'll do object.assign, and then we'll do this, and then we'll delete the fields, like delete created at updated at something like that.
I guess yeah.
It's super ugly, but like that way I don't have to specify every single field, and it just deletes the extra 2 fields that it adds.
Yeah. There's no way of doing that in destructuring syntax, right?
No, it's like an omit function, right? Like that's really what we're trying to do is omit. Unless we have a mapping of like every field that we want, then we'll just say like for each for whatever of object, and then we'll loop through every single key, and then we'll just assign it accordingly. So it's just messy. It's just they're just 2 different shapes.
Yeah,
that's all. Okay, let's try this again.
Omit function would be amazing. Yes. Can get someone the W3C
propose
on the
it
phone.
Let's propose it in.
Can you have GraphQL ignore
ES6
fields during certain requests?
Jazz Argowal says, "Can you have GraphQL ignore fields during certain requests?" What does that mean?
Basically,
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Ignore this parameter. I don't know.
Ignore this parameter. I'm not sure.
But then, yeah.
Can you elaborate? So for your update, when saving, can you have it ignore the created at? So we have to do it. GraphQL is a very strict validation process that we cannot touch. So GraphQL JS will just reject it. That's the error that we saw just now. And I don't think we can do anything. We just have to take care of it, right? Thoughts?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I mean, so
yeah.
one thing that we could do, right, is in order to avoid this stupid dance, one thing that we could do is say like let's only track what has the fields that have changed, and then we'll only send the fields that have changed, right? Like let's say only price change. Okay, we only send price, or only description change. Then we only send description, right? Don't send the whole object. But for now, because we're writing such a generic thing and we don't track them, that's what we have to do. Yeah. So we got some more questions. Custom resolvers in GraphQL to decrease or increase quantity when sold. So this is from YouTube. Do you know about this?
Custom resolvers.
So I think what he says...
Is it the inventory or the quantity?
What do you mean the inventory?
So when it says increment quantity, which quantity is it? Like the quantity in the
I
checkout?
I think I know.
Or?
I think I know what they mean. I'm actually not sure if we have it inside of here. You would probably have to write that yourself. So like basically instead of like an ID field, you would just be like your registrant number 1, your registrant number 2, and it just auto increments for you like that. So I think actually that might be in the schema language. I actually don't remember how to do it. I think it's called inc. Horacio, do you know? Okay, they're having their discussion inside. Inc.
Okay.
GraphQL.
So, what quantity are we talking about?
Okay, no. So let's say let's say you're employee number 1, and that's when you create a new employee. You're employee number 1. Then you create an employee. Then you create another employee. That should be 2 and 3 and 4. So you want the GraphQL side to know it instead of you manually tracking what the number is, right?
Like the auto generation of an ID, basically just auto generate the increment of the previous.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we have it. I don't know. I think it's called inc. Let me double check.
And would you do that as
a field
instead of ID? You would say
inc. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't find it right now.
Okay.
Data access patterns. Horacio, do you know? Okay, wait, hang on. AppSync. I'm gonna try one more time, and if we don't have it, we'll just move on. But I'm pretty sure we have it. Increment field. Here. Oh, it looks like you have to add a custom function for this. Okay. Maybe so. It's quite possible that this is from Hasura that I remember this, and it's not AppSync. Anyway, okay. So it looks like this is what you have to do. Like you have to write a custom function. The function will go check the database, and it will just increment by 1. That's it. And then you link up the function to a field inside of your model. That's the idea. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that was the questions. Do you think we answered? I think we answered all the questions, right? Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think Hasura increment field. Let's see if I'm pretty sure it's one of these. Yeah. Look at that.
I guess everyone sort of has their sugar.
Exactly.
Syntactic sugar.
It depends on your provider. What is this? Oh, I think it also because Hasura depends on Postgres. Postgres has this built in.
Oh yeah.
So it just reflects it all the way to the GraphQL layer.
The database.
There we go. That's the ink. Yeah, and then for us, we're we assume DynamoDB by default, and DynamoDB doesn't have any sense of that because it's very distributed.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a long digression.
Well, but interesting.
It's very interesting. Okay. Let's see if this updates actually. So I think we're still here. I think we're still sending this.
Nice.
And now it's $30. It's on sale. That's one of the things about GraphQL is that everything returns 200, and you have to go and look at the response.
Error if you have data or error, yeah.
So I don't know what to say about that. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's very
Anyway.
polarizing, I guess.
It's like, why did you break 200?
It's fair.
Is that it?
Fair.
Do we are we done? Do we finish something?
Well, so we're done with the admin part. What we haven't done is so if you go to home, for example, you still see all the sofas. And the reason for that is because this is static sites, right? So that is generated at build time.
Yeah.
And so we haven't done kind of the build time steps of pulling in the data from the API at build time. The question is, we're coming up to 2 hours on the stream, so
Yeah, we can leave that to the next time. I think it'll be a pretty quick copy and paste job.
yeah, I almost wonder if it's. I mean, it is interesting. So maybe we can just talk about the strategy. So,
Okay.
I think what Nader was doing is using Axios
Mm-hmm.
in the Gatsby. Is it the Gatsby? Where is it?
Gatsby config or Gatsby node?
Yes.
I think it's Gatsby node.
Gatsby node ESM or something.
Yeah. So what we want to statically render every page here, right? So that's why we, instead of this create pages function, we create a page for the inventory. We create a page for every single item. I don't know what this is. Sorry, a page for every category and a page for every item. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think basically what we need to do is we need to fetch this instead of get when we get inventory.
Yeah.
We can't just do this anymore. We'd have to actually fetch it. Yeah, it's fine. It's doable.
Yes. Yeah. I think I was just wondering, like, you don't have to use Axios, right? Like, what's the benefit of using Axios? Is Axios great with GraphQL? I just haven't used it in that context.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just like how
It's basically just REST,
however,
isn't it?
yeah, it's exactly. It's just a nicer API for fetching data. I think like the uncertainty was whether, so over here we use this API.GraphQL thing, which is very convenient for us. The uncertainty comes from I'm not sure if this actually works on the node side. This only works on the client side. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I think I actually tested this and I think it worked. But we have to actually try it. So we'll see.
Cool. Yeah, and then I think, probably make a stop here.
Yeah.
And then next time also what we need to do is implement. Maybe we can talk about that strategy as well. So we need to implement the payments side of things. That'd be useful. And I'm still wondering how we best do that. So, for example, can we create a custom mutation? For example, create order, and that mutation to trigger a Lambda function, because we need to make an API request to Stripe. And so I think we probably want to use a Lambda function for that. I think the question is, can we do that with GraphQL, or would we rather just add a REST endpoint specifically for creating the payment?
Yeah. I think we can do both, but I think the simpler one would be the REST endpoint because we don't depend on any other infrastructure for GraphQL. Like to me, the optimal usage of GraphQL is if you're fetching like a graph of items. If you're just squeezing it in because you rather use GraphQL than REST, then it doesn't really provide much value. Like it doesn't participate in the graph with everything else in the graph.
Well, it still would because we would still create an order object. But before we create the order object, we would create a payment session and attach that to the order object.
Gotcha.
So it's just basically as part of the mutation, we need to make a request to Stripe, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically, we would have we would model a new order object, which then has a list of prices, and then when that order is being created, we create the payment session for that order, and we write it to the order. So then we can use it on the client side to finalize the payment. So it's basically everything is CRUD except for the create part needs to do a Lambda thing in between. And so maybe we can figure out if we can do that.
I think you could do both. Like my default, because I'm very simplistic, is that I would just have a single Lambda that calls like the DynamoDB or AppSync API twice. If you need to create and then you need to use it immediately. But I think you can do it inside of Resolver as well.
Yeah, I think that's what I was. So can we just do like a custom mutation resolver? I'd love to do that.
Previously we had. So let me kind of go back and show you. So previously you'd had to use VTL. Where is this? API, something like a custom resolver. I don't know where in it. VTL, no. Custom resolver. Add a custom resolver. So this is kind of basically what we need. Add a custom resolver that targets the AWS functions. Kind of a advanced workflow. But it's actually so. What was released recently, I think like last week, was direct Lambda resolvers. So direct Lambda resolvers, AppSync. So 5 days ago we released this. Oh, nice. Which is very handy.
We have a banner. Should we get rid of the banner?
Oh yeah, right. So instead of writing VTL, we can just write inside of a AWS Lambda, and that would be a resolver inside of one of our graphs. So
that'd be great.
That'd be it.
So let's do that.
Yeah. To be honest, I haven't played around with this, so we might as well do this for the learning value.
Yes, this is exactly GraphQL, business logic, data. Yeah, that's what we need.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this part is where like I'm kind of out of my element. Like, I don't really like, because I can see how, there's this which is kind of like the data side, but then there's a Lambda layer that can coordinate anything, right? So whether I put the logic in the Lambda or I put the logic inside of GraphQL, that's kind of like my debate right now.
But how would you put the logic into GraphQL?
Like you would just like manually update the inventory, and then you manually update the payment session, and then you sort of coordinate them with separate API calls. I know.
Okay. So basically, you create the order, and then you have a separate call to update the order with. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I mean, I like the idea of basically putting business logic into the resolver. So, like in my mind, a great Stripe integration does never need to make a GET request to Stripe, and so when you create something, to then go off to Stripe, create the data you need, and then store it back into your database so that you can retrieve it from your database is kind of the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
let's test that out. We have a week to research it. So
Cool. Yeah, I've been preparing for my big React talk on Friday. So that's been going on, but actually it's finished. So I actually have this week free because I pre-recorded everything. So this will be nice to look into.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. That's it for our stream today. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, especially people who asked questions and answered them. There's a question here about like with Mutation customers always check the Styling conference meet. Yeah, I think we answered that already. So
yeah, that's exactly what we need.
Talked about. Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks everyone, and I think we'll be back next week.
Same time, same place.
All right, exactly. Bye.
Bye-bye.